Smeargle is the definition of a gimmick Pokemon. It has access to all moves, but at a great price. Smeargle has some of the worst stats of any fully evolved Pokemon at a measly 250 base stat total. This means that despite having every move, Smeargle is generally pretty bad since it dies with ease. Its most useful set is to use Spore to put something to sleep, which gives it the opportunity to set up hazards. However, a new evil Smeargle set, so demonic that it can sweep entire teams by itself, has hit the scene. I present to you, Jawlock No Retreat Smeargle. The thing about Smeargle is that its stats are so dismal that even with a maxed out attack, it fails to KO common defensive Pokemon. For example, Belly Drum Extreme Speed sounds good on paper, but even with Stab on Extreme Speed, Smeargle just lacks the firepower to break through. So how can that be solved? Well, if you can't boost your attack anymore, the next best option is base power. High base power is something that often lets Pokemon with suboptimal attacking stats be threatening. A great example of this are sheer force Pokemon like Nidoking, whose powerful attacks let it overcome mediocre attacking stats. The way Smeargle could take advantage of this is with none other than Power Trip. Power Trip is the physical dark type counterpoint to stored power, getting 20 more base power for each stat boost the user gets. But how does Smeargle boost its stats? The key is the combination of Jawlock and No Retreat, which only Smeargle can leverage. The commentary of these moves is that both trap the user, preventing them from switching out. But something weird happens when you use No Retreat after trapping yourself with Jawlock. Trapping yourself with Jawlock allows Smeargle to use No Retreat multiple times. No Retreat is supposed to trap the user and then give them an Omni Boost, but this Omni Boost is only supposed to work once, and it fails if you use it consecutively. But something about self-trapping of Jawlock seems to interfere with the intended mechanics of No Retreat, which lets Smeargle boost all of its stats to the maximum with a single move. By using No Retreat 6 times, Smeargle can boost Power Trip to an absurd level, 620 base power. At max attack, this decimates everything. To give you an idea of how powerful this attack is, Terra Dark Black Glasses Smeargle OHKO's Max Defense Scrafty, which is a decently bulky Pokemon that quadruple resists the move. Since Dark has no immunities and resistances to his move don't really matter, Smeargle can slaughter anything once it sets up. However, Smeargle can't just set up on anything. Its paper defenses means it's highly vulnerable before setting up, so it has to pick the right target to trap with Jawlock. The set requires Jawlock, No Retreat, and Power Trip, which leaves a single spare move slot. One choice for this last slot is Strength Sap. Since Smeargle has a low HP stat, Strength Sap will heal Smeargle more than normal recovery moves while also weakening the victim's attack stat. Another option is Encore to take advantage of setup. Even with all this, Smeargle still might struggle to set up enough, or go down to a crit. But if Smeargle finds the right opportunity, and the opponent doesn't immediately attack Smeargle, this demonic set can get going. So, is this set good?
Nope.
Smeargle has very few foes that it can set up against, and even then you probably need your opponent to do something like set up hazards before they realize what's going on. However, if you find the right circumstances, this set allows Smeargle to overcome its stats and sweep teams all by itself. Shout out to Hunter Z Infected, who showed off this set in 35 pokes, as well as Mosamite, who successfully pulled it off in a draft game. They did not discover this Goof interaction, but declined to tell me its origin. I can only assume that it was held at the center of an ancient temple located deep within the Amazon rainforest. Either way, this is one of the most interesting sets that I've ever encountered, so I felt inclined to share it. Thanks for watching. For every subscriber I get, my own Power Trip becomes more powerful, so please consider subscribing. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.